Hello, everyone. My name is Rich Smith, and with me is Taking the Hourglass. Taking the Hourglass is an alternative indie rock band that started in 2012 by vocalist Rachel Masuda, Ilsik Masuda, in the city of Columbus, Ohio. In 2014, they released their first EP and then soon relocated to Omaha, Nebraska. I will definitely ask about that here in a minute. In 2014, they added guitarist Ben Conrad, bassist Dolan Delano, and drummer Cole Johnson.
Oh.
So recently signed with hybrid record labels From the Depths Entertainment out of Pennsylvania. Here is Taking the Hourglass. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing good.
How are you?
Good. All right. So how did you get started?
Ooh, how did we get started? Well, Rachel calls me up one day. She lived in Nebraska. I lived in Ohio.
That explains the Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she called me up one day and she was like, "Hey, I've got this idea. I'd really like to do some music for a year. I'm looking for people who want to do it with me." And I was like, "All right, let's do it." And I was the only person that she called that said yes. And so we dropped out of school. We decided we were going to do 1 year of music, see what happens, and then we kept it up. Kept it up after that.
So she talked you into moving here. Then how did you
Well,
get connected?
no, she moved there. She moved to Columbus.
Oh, okay.
We did it there for a little while. Taking the Hourglass was born, and then we got married, and then we moved here.
So then how did you get connected with these guys then?
Mine was through Craigslist, so that was fun. I got to go to their house, which was... I'm not from Omaha, and when you're not from Omaha, you hear anything that's past east of 72nd, it's just bad, like, don't go. So they live on east side Omaha, like 30th and...
Way past 72nd.
Yeah, way past 72nd. And so I go there, don't know who they are, just answering a Craigslist ad. They invite me to their house, and I go to their living room, and I told them that I could play the bass. They never had me audition for it. And then they texted me and said, "Hey, come to our first practice." And I was
you were auditioning for drums.
Oh, that's right.
And then we met Cole at a house party.
Yeah, my roommates and I were just having a barbecue at my place, and we invited a bunch of the neighbors, and these guys lived like a block and a half away from where I used to live.
Yeah. So we found a drummer.
Yeah.
And then we're like, well, we don't need a drummer, but we heard he plays bass too. So we took him, "Hey, you want to play
do you
bass?"
like to play bass? And me, like, being in an interview for the position of a band member, I'm like, yes. I had no clue. I mean, I had a bass, and that was about it. I played the guitar, so it was an easy transition. So.
And then lead guitar, yeah? How did you...
Yeah, I was playing a show. And these guys showed up to the show. We played a show together. They were playing in their band, and I was playing in a band called Sons of Rome. And
which incidentally...
Oh, yeah, I played for that band.
Dolan also played for that band for a short time.
Different times.
And so, like, after the show, they talked to me, and then they started showing up to all these shows that we were playing. And I'm like, "You guys aren't even playing. What are you doing here?" And I'm like... And then eventually...
How did that happen?
And then it just, like, ended up where they were trying to steal me from Sons of Rome. They're like, "Oh, we need to get him in the band." So,
And as soon as we heard he left, it was like, boom.
yeah, they were secretly stalking me.
So then who came up with the name Taking the Hourglass?
Rachel did.
Okay.
Rachel, who is currently taking care of our baby.
Baby beauty.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like it was like a poem or something that talked about taking time for this and that, just important things in life. And then she kind of extrapolated out of that, taking the hourglass, because, wanted to be poetic about it. Right. So
I never knew that.
she's good at naming things. I'm not good at naming things.
Did you name the baby?
No. None of our dogs, band, or nothing.
So then what do you want people to take from your music?
Hourglasses.
That would be the easy answer, yes.
Oh, from our music.
I want to. So I think our number one goal when we go out and we play shows is just to kind of release an energy that anybody can relate to, and then just kind of forget about everything else that's going on, and have that moment of just pure raw happiness, fun, whatever it is that you feel when we play. I think that for me is what I want people to take away, is just this feeling of happiness.
Yeah, and in writing, of course, I do most of the lyric writing, and so write about things that are really important to us. We think about life a lot, and all the different aspects about what goes into life, what goes into being a good person, a happy person, a fully rounded person. That all goes into our music. So yeah, but like Dolan said, shows are about helping people to feel rather than like think too much, but like to feel things. And so we like to connect those two things, important things in life, good things in life, at the same time feeling it deeply and just being able to let go a little bit and feel that energy in the moment. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a combination of all those things.
Peace of mind, I can't complain, and this place I've settled in takes life away from all my sin, though. Somewhere you've made a place you think you found, but you're always searching. I can't believe the way you stopped yourself before you found it. Try to make a point, but you don't know what I mean. I speak, I wait, I went through the dream. We don't lie when we say there are wonderful Somewhere I'm lost in battle, blinded by my eyes turn red. The anger grows, it builds, it lives somewhere inside my chest.
Take it out of me. With every breath I breathe and rip out myself, and remake me and you. Let these eyes learn to see.
Oh, I try to make a point, but you don't know what I mean. I speak, I wait, I went through the dream. We don't lie when we say there are wonderful things.
And it's all that I have, and maybe she won't. Simple-minded picture of my long-lost soul. Use it all and bring it home.
So then how would you describe your sound to an average listener?
That's an excellent question.
Yeah, we haven't even figured that out ourselves.
It's terrible because
We all like different stuff, so it's all incorporated. Like I have a really heavy rock background, like Nirvana, Foo Fighters, stuff like that. Where these guys are like a little softer.
I have a heavy rock background too, okay? But I've had to, in writing, like I've had to accommodate with Rachel a lot because Rachel definitely likes a lot of the softer stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a balance. We really all like very different music.
Yeah.
Which makes writing interesting.
Yeah.
We've been a little bit slow in the writing process for the last couple years. Just I don't know, life and
Figure it out.
figuring it out. Yeah.
It takes a lot of chemistry in between people when you want to create music. People don't realize, I don't think anyone really realizes that you really have to have the right people around you. And even when you do have the right people, you have to find that common ground. And if you don't find that common ground, it's really a struggle. So,
Yeah.
Okay, so if you could, let's say you could tour with any 3 bands, who would you tour with?
Like each of us individually? or-
alive or dead?
It doesn't matter.
Oh man.
Alive's probably better, but dead would be fun
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. So one of my, I don't know, probably my 3 favorite bands are like Sigur Rós. I love those guys. They're this Icelandic band. I don't know. They're awesome.
That's cool for you.
Different music styles.
There's
right?
this Japanese math rock band called Trico that is just
See what I mean?
phenomenal.
This is what we have to work with.
They're awesome.
and Andrew Bird. He's out of Chicago. The guy can play violin and whistle like nobody's business. So
All right, Dolan.
Oh man, if we're going dead or alive,
Sure.
I would have to go with Foo Fighters live, Nirvana. Well, one of them is dead, and then I'm gonna have to go with that Japanese math rock band Trico. They're awesome.
so good.
Seriously, check them out. Tricot.
Yeah.
You're just saying that because he said it.
No.
I
He
showed
showed
him,
them
yeah.
to me.
Okay.
and
They're so good.
yes, so good.
Oh, I would have to go with Jack White, the Arctic Monkeys,
Oh,
and the Black Keys.
I'd have to go with.
That'd be a good show.
I'd probably have to go with a little more generic. One Republic, Imagine Dragons, and probably 21 Pilots.
That's a eclectic group there.
Thank you.
I like that. I like it.
if Rachel were here, she would say probably nobody that anybody knew.
We already had that though. We had that already with random Chicago guy,
Been there, done that.
Icelandic band, and
You're welcome.
Yodeling.
which yes, I know this has happened. You guys have been on tour a lot. Give me one of the most, just one each, if you've had one, embarrassing moments on stage.
Just one?
If there's more than one,
Well,
We like to
Which fall was more embarrassing, yours or mine?
they're both very embarrassing.
They were both embarrassing. Although I felt kind of behind the drums into Cole.
Yeah. Spilled
Whereas
my
Ben
coffee.
was
I don't
nice
think anyone
front and
saw that
center.
though. So it
I know. That's what
I
I'm saying.
definitely
Like you
did.
were front and
Someone
center.
was
saw it.
taking a picture of me as I was falling, like multiple click, 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 click. So it's like
Get every facial expression in there.
The funny thing is I never saw your fall until you were getting up and you were trying to like pick up your amp. I was like, what
Yeah,
happened?
and your amp.
But when he fell, it was at Here Grand Island. It was like a big festival,
Yeah.
and he fell and he just laid there and like played the song, just laughing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you doing? But that was,
yeah, just because I was trying to be cool.
Yeah.
Don't try to be cool on stage.
Yeah, there was the one show where we all went to like there was a break in the song. Then usually Ben picks up, but like he didn't for whatever reason, and so we all just stopped.
Dead
It was
silence.
just dead silence.
We just
kinda,
stared
like,
at each other.
We looked around at each other for a little bit. We're like,
what do we
happened?
do?
What
That
happened?
was another
Something's
like,
supposed to happen.
I'm just gonna keep playing. Hold on.
Yeah.
And-
And then they're like, yeah, and then he picked back up and we started back into the song, and everyone was like, my parents were at the show and they're like, that was so cool when you guys did that thing.
Yeah,
We're like,
that was
oh
such
yeah,
an awesome
totally
pause.
planned.
We incorporated it
Yeah.
into our
It
song.
worked.
It seems
for a
like
little
all of
bit.
our mistakes are festivals with like hundreds of people.
Yeah, that's what. Yes.
Okay, so talking about festivals, we're not obviously not in festival season right now, but that's coming here next. You know, it'll start up here next year. What's your current take on the Omaha music scene?
It's thriving. It's thriving. Not necessarily in our genre, but Omaha, 20 years ago versus Omaha now, I feel like there are a lot of bands just in the Omaha area that I've noticed that labels have started searching through the Omaha local scene, and they've started reaching out a lot more because they realize that these Omaha bands are growing. So that's my take on it, just from talking to the other bands that I talked to, just with finding out, connections, basically.
I think it would be a lot better if they brought back the Ranch Bowl.
Yeah.
They brought back the Ranch Bowl, we would have an amazing music scene because everybody want to play there.
Unfortunately, it's a Walmart now.
Yeah.
So that's,
We needed another Walmart.
Maybe resurrect the Cog Factory.
So
Oh.
if anyone out there wants to start
Leavenworth
another Ranch
Street?
Bowl,
I remember that place. That place was great. And they sold comic books in the back, too, way
yeah,
back in the day. That was, wow. Do any members have hidden talents?
He can Cheeto hot fry.
Oh yeah, we're goofing around to practice, and somebody brought some like hot fries, and I put one on my snare drum, and I was like, I bet if I hit the snare drum, I can grab it, I can like eat it, and I think you actually like
You got on.
yeah,
I got it on.
you
I got it on
tape.
Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I was
So
just
you
like
got a hot fry on the snare,
whacked it, and
whacked the snare, and then the hot fry went up, and he caught it in his mouth.
yeah, it was delicious.
So you did it one time. That's not really a hidden talent.
Oh,
yeah,
he can do it.
He got
multiple-
luck.
He could
Oh, he's like, hold on
probably.
now.
Well, you know,
He hasn't
just
tried
have, like,
again
hot
since then.
Cheetos all over his
I'll go get my snare drum right now.
We can do it. We can set it up here.
It was like break dances,
Oh yeah, yeah.
break dancer.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, I haven't done it in a little bit, but I probably still could.
So what's next for the band then?
So we have a couple singles coming out pretty soon. The one that we are going to play tonight, later on, that is going to be the acoustic version of the single that's coming out next. I sent it in to get a couple of lyric videos done, and as soon as that is all processed, it'll go through. So I'm thinking maybe in a couple months, hoping maybe even sooner.
We'll see.
But
And then we have
we'll
a couple more to kind of release on the back of that.
Yes.
Just want to trickle them out slowly. And just writing more music, kind of taking a small break from shows. We're trying to.
Yeah.
People would stop
We're trying.
asking us.
We're trying, but we keep getting these opportunities that we can't pass up.
Yeah. But, just writing, and we want to record a few more, release them kind of periodically.
So you have a new single that you're going to play for us tonight.
Yes.
So talk about that one.
That one started out as a completely different song. We were wanting to put it on our first EP, but didn't. And then I brought it to this band, to these guys.
And we destroyed it.
Yeah, they ripped it apart. They were like, "It's good, but like this needs to change." Anyway, ended up completely rewriting it.
Yeah, we actually have a video of it, like at the very, like one of the oldest posts that we have on Instagram. You can find it, and it sounds nothing like it. You wouldn't even be able to tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's faster. How was how was it different then?
Oh, it was more of a.
It was more composition than.
Yeah,
anything.
like right now, it's more of a clear cut, like pop song, for lack of a better word.
Well, usually it started on an acoustic guitar and just an acoustic guitar.
It was very sing-songy, and then
So-
it turned dancey. Yeah.
Yeah, it had like a long bridge that kind of was telling a story, and lots of different things,
Yeah.
But yeah, we slimmed it down a little bit, simplified it.
Guys, thank you so much for being with us tonight. That was awesome. And I guess we'll set up and you can play that.
Yeah.
Sweet, sounds good.
Let's do it.
All right. So thanks for watching. You'll want to catch these guys on November 16th at Burke's Pub for the Omaha Entertainment Arts Awards, where they were nominated and will be showcased for Best Alternative Rock Band. Tickets can be found on the OEEA Awards event page. Have a good evening.